And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Joe at Jonose Cigars, and it is time once again for a trivia night. It's been a little bit. A little too long, if you ask me. But you know what? Some things just take time. Greetings to everybody who is just tuning in. We're going to be starting here in a little while once we get everybody a chance to get settled, get registered, get a cigar lit, and get their trivia hats on. Looking forward to a good trivia night tonight. Well, what is going on? Camping Cigar. He's got the OG El Huelwense band as his avatar. I love that. That's going to be a collector's item now. They're no longer making that band. They're no longer making the El Huelwense. Not the one we all know and love. Which is a damn shame. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. It's a little bit rainy today. But I'm nice, warm, and dry in this tent. Can't be too upset with my lot in life. Hey, we got a few more people there. Welcome, sir. Got a hashtag Sago VIP in the house already. Oh, this match is going to go out on me. Oh, well. What's up, Stogie Brody in the house? And we got Mark Perkins. Yeah, I still have one El Huelwense, the Wise Man Maduro, the original Wise Man Maduro. Got one of those still left in my Humi. And after I found out that they are no longer making these, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I want to smoke it now. I mean, of course I do want to smoke it, but... Wow, he knows what to do. Last 6 boxes in town. Yeah, man, I agree. It is a bit of a shame the way the new blend turned out. But, you know, it's the way of the world. All right, so just to go over a few of the ground rules for those of you who are unfamiliar with how we do things for Trivia Night. If you are a hashtag Sago VIP, you are free. You are in for free. If you are not a hashtag Saga VIP, you can still play for just $5 using the Superchat feature on YouTube just below the comments, the little live chat box. Just below the live chat box, there's a little cash symbol. You click that. $5 is all it takes. There have been generous souls who have opted to donate more than $5 for entry, which is obviously your prerogative. You can do that if you want to, but it's not necessary. Always appreciated, but not necessary. I know that Jeremy Brown is already here, so his name is automatically entered into the register. Welcome, Jeremy. Stogie Brody, another hashtag Sago VIP, is in the house. As I mentioned earlier, you are also on the register. So far we have 2 automatic, by default contestants for tonight's trivia, and I'm sure there'll be more. I'll go over the categories here in just a second. Before I get too much further, I would like to welcome the co-host for the evening. We have Adam of the Bourbonists.
How is it going, everybody? Sorry, there was some technical difficulties, and those are the nicknames I give my children. So,
well, welcome. Awesome studio.
Thank you very much.
a studio that I have yet to been interviewed in yet. I'm always relegated to Billy G's, which is great. I always enjoy going to Billy G's.
I was going to say, is that a problem?
No, it's not. It's only a problem when it's really cold outside, and you look nice and cozy and warm and everything. And I'm wishing I was there. Although no, I'm fine right now. My tent's feeling very, very good. So, so Adam of the Bourbonist podcast, you may have seen me as a guest on their podcast a few times. Been on their show a bunch. I have never had him on my show, so I'm trying to rectify that. And he's going to be our co-host tonight. So far, we have 3 registered contestants so far.
Fair enough.
And let's go over the categories. We have 4 categories as per usual. First one on the docket today is On This Day in History. We're going to talk about historical events that occurred on January 31st in history some other year other than this one. The second category is going to be Eat Up. This is a food category, all about food and food facts. Third category is going to be Why Not?
Why not?
The name suggests all the answers to the questions begin with the letter Y. So, if you are in doubt of whether or not your answer is correct, if it doesn't begin with the letter Y, you can be sure that it's incorrect. And then the last category, which I had a lot of fun with, is animal groups, and it's all about kind of funky names that I don't know how they landed on these, but the authorities, the powers that be, have delegated certain animal groups to be called a certain way. For example, a murder of crows. A group of crows would be called a murder. Another one, a group of geese is called a gaggle of geese. Now, obviously, I'm not going to use those examples for that category, but we've got 15 different examples of animal groups in that particular category. And yes, Camping Cigar, you are in. I got your $5. You are registered, and yes, you are playing. So you're good. And Texas Taurus is in the house. What's up, sir? Haven't seen you in a little bit.
Is that far enough back? Does that look all right?
Hey there, Innocent McGuire. Good to see you this evening. Yeah, you look good. You look good. All right, so Adam, I'll when it gets to be time, I'll do the first category, which is going to be On This Day. Then I'll have you do Eat Up.
That's appropriate.
Then I will do the animal groups one, and then I'll have you do Why Not. We'll alternate categories, but still give some people some more time. I don't usually start until we get a little bit closer to 9 o'clock to give people some time to get situated and have a chance to get settled, get registered, so on and so forth. So you were deathly ill earlier this week, were you not?
Correct. Myself and my wife. We have what they tell me. I don't really trust doctors, but what they tell me is influenza A,
Okay.
which is like a really nasty respiratory thing. But my wife had childhood asthma, as did I. And so our lungs are already great. And she was, we were close to a 911 call the other night. But we're all good. Everybody's fine.
Well, I'm glad everybody's fine. That's so my normal trivia co-host is Tyler Smokey Sarge, and he was out of commission for this evening. He knew he wasn't going to be available. The Cigar Gangster was also unavailable. Cigar Dad was unavailable. Man, I was going down the list, and then I kept thinking, wait a second. The Bourbonists are in town. They're right here. Ask these guys. Come on. What's wrong with me? I'm sorry that it took me this long to figure out. And like for about 30 minutes, I was thinking to myself, I'm going to have to do this solo. I haven't done that in a while, but I like to have a co-host. So I'm glad you're available. I'm glad you're not dying. I'm glad
Thank you
and your
very
wife
much.
are in better health now, and that we can have a good trivia night this evening.
Oh yeah.
So, did the question for your doctor ever come up of, "Hey, you don't smoke or anything, do you?"
I immediately assumed the persona of Ron Swanson.
Yes.
So one what? Shelf.
One shelf. That's
One
right.
shelf. Do you drink? Yes. How often? One shelf.
How often a week?
So I'm deciding between the El Titan de Bronze,
Mm-hmm.
the Redemption. So it's this is my favorite ring gauge of cigar. It's
Which
the
one's
46.
46 of great ring.
And then or the Privada Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
I've had that one. It's very good. I am smoking the Lumina by DeCrossier tonight. I'm starting with that
very
one.
nice.
Nice and light and smooth and very creamy and ease your palate. This is the first cigar of the day. I haven't had one earlier. So knowing that I was going to be smoking another one, wanted to start with something a little on the light side. But this is a great choice. 48 ring gauge, pretty good. Not too bad.
I think I'm going to start with the. Here, I'll do an old Jonose for you. El Titan de Bronze.
El Titan de Bronze.
Yes, sir.
Great factory. One of the best factories in the United States. If not the best. Possible it's the best.
What's the best?
El Titan de Bronze. The El Titan de Bronze factory is quite possibly the best American cigar factory in existence.
Well, before we get started, I hear my children stomping out of bed, so I'll be right back.
Yeah. That sometimes happens with me too, and I just, revert to violence, and it usually solves it. I am joking. I don't revert to violence that quickly. Got to be careful when you talk about violence in regards to children. Oh my. All right, let's calm down. Let's not get carried away here. Jeez. We haven't even started the trivia night and we're talking about violence towards children. Jeez, come on, that's enough. I feel like there's some sympathy for my situation. Oh man. Yeah, everybody who's like, why would you ever feel inclined towards violence towards children? It's clear you don't have children, apparently. I understand something about you. You clearly aren't a parent, or at the very least, you're not a parent who's around your kids very much. Thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Man, I haven't had this Lumina in a while, but this is so good. I don't usually go for Connecticut shades after the sun goes down, but man, this is really hitting it well. I'm happy with my choice. All right, guys, so we already have 3 contestants. There are 3 prizes for first, second, and third place. The third place prize is a 5 cigar sampler of various brands, all very good. And I did post pictures of these assortments of cigars on my Instagram story. So if you want to see what you're competing for, go head over to the Jonose Cigars Instagram page and take a look at the story there. Second place is a total of 7 cigars of assorted quality and brands. And then the top prize is going to be a sampler of 10 cigars. As you get up in tier, the quality of the brands, in my opinion, goes up a little bit. I feel like it's appropriate. Win a bigger prize, you should get a little bit nicer cigars. So take a look at my Instagram story if you want to see what the cigars are. They're all going to be good. They all came from my humidor. I don't have crap in my humidor, so it's going to be good stuff. If there is anybody else who would like to compete, don't be shy. Sign up. $5 is all it takes. It's very cheap. Every single last one of these cigars in any of these categories of prize are going to be well above $5. So even if you don't win, what's $5? Who cares? You lose $5. And then after we're done with trivia, we'll be playing a Sweet 16 game, which is always fun. And that's completely free of charge for anybody who's around. And I'll be giving away 2 or 3 free cigars from my collection to the person who wins that game. If you're wondering what the hell is Sweet 16, well, I'll explain that when we get to that point. I don't want to get ahead of myself. He apparently is still having technical difficulties.
I am.
Hey, you're back.
Oh, no, see, that looks worse. Because now you can see the ceiling, and I don't want that.
Oh, it wasn't that bad. I love your sign, though. That's the sign your wife painted for you, right?
Correct, yes.
That's great.
She painted that for our 1-year anniversary, which just found out today that they are taking our barrel away. So if anybody wants any more, we need to have orders.
Ooh. Yeah, I've had some of your barrel. I still have the bottle. And that was a pretty good pour. Oh, by the way, just this past week, last Friday, a week ago today, I was at a whiskey tasting for Still 630 here in town. And that's a local distillery in downtown St. Louis, my hometown, your hometown. And, man, I was blown away. So whenever
their stuff is real good.
It is. Have you had them on yet?
What's that?
Have you had them on?
No, we have not. We actually have not even reached out to them, but we got a lot of really cool stuff happening this year. So
yeah,
we've got these guys. They're called Investment Whiskey.
Okay.
And they purchase whiskey from planters, from Nobletons,
right,
and then age it for a maximum of 8 days in different flavored barrels.
Okay.
So they want to remove the stigma. So have you ever heard the stigma of if it's finished in a barrel, it's probably shit whiskey?
Mm-hmm.
Well,
okay,
they're trying to remove that stereotype of actually we're just going to enhance the flavor. We're not going to remove the flavor of the whiskey completely. You can just taste. So this one's aged in maple syrup barrels.
Ah.
So there's a maple tinge on the back of the whiskey taste. It's fantastic. So we're going to be on there. The guys at the St. Louis Bourbon Society have reached out and said they want to do a bunch of different collaborations with us. So we got a lot of stuff cooking.
Very cool. I hear that Jonose Cigars might be a guest on your show at some point in 2025 as well. Well, any deliberations occurring about that?
If memory serves, I think we're going to try to break the record of 5 more this year.
Whoa.
So,
okay.
Yeah.
Wow, you're serious.
And at least one of those will actually be in this.
Oh man, that would be the coolest. That would be so good. Yeah, I'm thinking at some point I need to get you, you and Dan, possibly Joe too, if you can get them all over here to do just a collaborative review for my channel. Because I love having guest reviewers, and I feel like it would only make sense that you guys do a guest appearance for a review for Jonose. I think that'd be cool.
This is my cold. I'm a seasoned cigar smoker.
He's like, oh man, why is there so much smoke? Yeah. So
this is very good.
Yeah, he'll tighten to bronze, man. It's just coolest. All right, so got 4 categories. All the categories have 10 questions, with the exception of the animal groups one, because that's going to go pretty quick. So I actually put 15 in that one. So there's a few more points available for that particular category. The way it works is we will do all the questions in each category. And after each category is finished, we take a quick break, get everybody a chance to compile their answers for that category in an email, send it to me, jonoscigars@gmail.com. During the break, I'll take up the answers that everybody has put down and tally up the points and give everybody an update as to who's winning at this point. So far, we have 3 contestants. I would like to see a few more. So anybody who is watching right now who hasn't chimed in yet, let me know you're here. If you're a hashtag Sago VIP, you play for free. If you're not a hashtag Sago VIP, you just get to play for $5. That's so damn cheap. You can't buy a cigar for $5, all right? And each of the prizes has at least 5 cigars in each one. And Bravada Cigar Club is in the house. Welcome. Yo.
Hey, I got one of you guys next.
Yeah. I started with one of them right now. Lumina. Mm-hmm. Always start with the best. All right. As a reminder, we've got 4 different categories. The first category is going to be On This Day in History. We're referring to events in history that occurred on January 31st. The next one is Eat Up. It's all about food, a food category. Third category is going to be the animal groups that have weird names. What I'll basically do in that category is I'll say what the group name is, and you have to tell me what animal it's referring to. So if I were to say a gaggle, you would have to say, okay, that's geese. Yes, geese. A group of geese is a gaggle. And a murder would be?
Crows.
Crows. Hey, I think you would do really well in this category. Too bad you're co-hosting and you can't win anything. But and then the last category, which I'll have Adam do, he's going to do 2, and I'll do 2. The last one is going to be Why Not? And that category refers to all the answers beginning with the letter Y. So all the answers to each of these questions will begin with the letter Y. So if you think you have the right answer, but it doesn't begin with the letter Y, you're wrong. Think of a different answer. It's not too difficult. And I try to do an interesting mix of somewhat easy questions and somewhat hard questions so that it's not super lame, but also not super nerdy. And everybody has a chance to have a good time and not feel flummoxed every single question that comes up. So, by the way, I am fine with people joining late. If you come in halfway through and you just still want to play, that's fine. As of
Doors
right now,
open, folks.
Yeah, there's only 3 people signed up at this point. I would like to have a few more, so make it a little bit more competitive. So, yeah, get in here, guys. Let me know. Are any more hashtag Sago VIPs still out there? I know I've got 2 so far. If there's any more who would like to play, chime in on the comments so I know you're there. And if you are not a hashtag Sago VIP, just click the super chat. $5 is all it takes, and you're in. Give everybody a few more minutes, and then we'll get started right at, we got 7 minutes before 9 o'clock, so we'll start doing it right at 9 o'clock.
Where can people find this?
This is on YouTube, on the Jonose Cigar channel on YouTube.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Okay. Looking through the comments. What's up, Mark? Yeah, the Masterclass series has been awesome. And I've gotten through all the episodes except for the latest one, which was the packaging one. But all the rest have been outstanding. Highly recommend this series. This is a really in-depth exploration into all the different elements that go into cigar making, all the way from the groundwater, the soil, the seeds, the harvest, the curing, the fermentation, the actual rolling, the post-rolling. They cover everything. And they're finishing up right now with the packaging of the cigar. So that's the last one. I haven't watched that episode yet, but I will in short order. All right, Camping Cigar is home and ready to go. Just got a few more minutes, and then we will get started. Keep everybody in suspense as long as possible. Recently had a really fun interview with Brian, Bravada Cigar Club, just a couple weeks ago.
That was a blast.
I had a great time, and It was one of the best interviews I've ever done with him. I've done a few, and that was definitely my favorite. We didn't do it as a live stream. We recorded it ahead of time, but after we finished, it was like, we don't really need to edit this at all. Let's just put the whole. But we did.
Aren't those the best?
It was. Yeah, it was just like, yeah, this is that's. Thank you. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. Brian, you're like one of the easiest people in the world to interview. By the way, you're like the easiest interview. I never have to worry about pulling information out of you. It's like if I ask something, he's very generous with his answer, and I love that. And it makes it a very, very easy time as an interviewer.
Oh yeah, and it makes sense because he's very transparent about the way the cigar world works and the way that all that goes down. So I'm not surprised that he's very transparent as a person.
Right, and like any good person who is passionate about what he does, is that he's just he just wants to share. He's not one of those hoarders of information. You know, he's like, no, I want to have all the info and just keep it to myself and keep the secrets because the secrets are more valuable if fewer people know about them. And it's like, forget that, man. Yeah, well, I enjoy learning all the stuff that you guys have to offer. So
I enjoy dreaming in the back of my mind of meeting Brian person to person one day. It will happen.
You just gotta. If you could literally go to Orlando anytime, and he will welcome you with open arms.
Stop skipping to jump to Orlando.
Yeah, I know. It's an easy drive down to Orlando from St. Louis.
Good 16 hours. It's fine. It's fine. Taking that drive. It's so fun.
There you go. Told you. Anytime. So I do got to tell you this. So I've been to Bravadacon twice now, and this last one was just outstanding. It was the best. They put it into 2 days as opposed to just the 1 day, which they did the first time. And the second, Bravadacon 2 was better because it was a way more laid back, just like a giant cigar lounge sort of feel. And it was all outdoors with couches and chairs and everything. It was great. They had awesome food. You get the value of the ticket. So it was $125 to go. That was
it?
Yeah. And you got, get this, you got 7 cigars, right? You got 3 different meals. You got a sample pour of their new bourbon that they did with Penelope. And you also got free coffee. And then you also got, what else am I missing? You got free dessert a few times too. I mean, it's like the free things that you got was just, it was absurd. It was just like, okay, I'm not sure how you're doing it for $125, but yeah.
What's this here?
Yeah, May 31st is he's doing a Bravada party in Ohio. And are you calling this Bravadacon, or is this just something different? There we go. A Bravada party. So it's not Bravadacon, but it'll be a good time, I'm sure.
It's a lot closer than Orlando.
It's a little bit closer. I've already kind of ruled myself out for that because our baby will be all of 3 weeks old at that point. So I don't see me going anywhere for that particular. But yeah, there we go. There's also sponsoring the Midwest Cigar Fest the very next day. So you got a lot.
I think there may be some travel plans in my future.
Yes, thank you. Yes, family first. Definitely got to do that. All right, I think we should just go ahead and get started here, Adam.
Sure, buddy. Absolutely.
All right, so I will start with on this day. As a reminder for all those who are playing, you are not putting your answers in the live chat. Don't do that.
Don't
put it in an email. Put it in an email, number it 1 through 10. Send it all to me, jonoscigars@gmail.com. It's going to be scrolling past the bottom of the screen on this little ticker message here in case you ever need to reference it again. You send it to me in an email at the end of each particular category. I'll tally up the scores. Then we'll move on to the next category, and we'll do the same thing over again. So, starting with on this day, referring to historical events that occurred on January 31st throughout history. Question number 1. Private Eddie Slavic, age 24, became the first U.S. soldier since the Civil War to be executed for desertion, as he was shot by an American firing squad in France. In what war was he fighting? I'm not going to tell you the year because that would be kind of a giveaway.
Yeah.
But in what war was Private Eddie Slavic, age 24? He was the first U.S. soldier since the Civil War to be executed for desertion. As a reminder, do not put your answers in the live chat. Don't do that.
See, my ears are still clogged from the sickness. I heard don't put your hamsters in the live stream.
Oh, maybe I'm not clear enough here. All right, moving on. Question number 2.
Yeah.
In 1958, the United States entered the space age with its first successful launch of a satellite from Cape Canaveral. What was the satellite's name?
That was a really good question.
I'll repeat the question. In 1958, on this day in history, the United States entered the space age with its first successful launch of a satellite from Cape Canaveral. What was the satellite's name? Peanut Gallery is highly active right now. They are picking up on all the... Question number 3. In 1988, on this day in history, Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to play in the Super Bowl, led the Washington Redskins to a 42-10 victory over what other team in that game? I'll repeat the question. On this day in history in 1988, Doug Williams, the first black quarterback to play in the Super Bowl, led the Washington Redskins to a 42-10 victory over what other team in this game? There you go. Question number 4. On this day, actor Jonathan Banks, who plays this character in the TV series Better Call Saul, turned 78. What was this character's name? On this day, actor Jonathan Banks, who plays this character in the TV series Better Call Saul, turned 78. What was the name of his character? Hey, Ricardo! What is up, brother? You should totally jump on and play. It just takes $5, man. Yeah, so the last review that just went up today was the Belgian Blue by Crown Heads. It was a special release.
Oh, it's such a good cigar.
And as a reference, I put up a picture over the video during the review of what a Belgian Blue cow looks like. And I said it was basically a Brock Lesnar version and
that's 100%.
bovine form.
That's 100% what that cow looks like.
Crazy. All right, moving on. Question number 5. This actress played in such movies as Grosse Point Blank, Return to Me, and Good Will Hunting, and she turns 55 today. What was her name?
That's why there's a bunch of Good Will Hunting clips floating around today.
Well, it's her birthday today, so
yep.
There you go. I'll repeat the question. This actress played in such movies as Grosse Point Blank, Return to Me, and Good Will Hunting. She turns 55 today. What's her name? Evening, Terry. You just need to register for $5 and you have a chance to compete for some prizes. And if you were to sign up now, you'd be one of only 4 competitors, giving you a pretty good chance of scoring one of the 3 prizes. As of right now, all the competitors are competing for something. They're all going to get something. You can make it uber competitive by becoming the 4th competitor. All right, question number 6. On this day in 1990, the first McDonald's restaurant opened for this now defunct nation. What was the nation? To clarify the question, this was the first McDonald's in this country. Not the first McDonald's ever, clearly, but the first McDonald's in this country. I'll repeat the question. On this day in 1990, the first McDonald's restaurant opened for this now defunct nation. What was the name of the nation? All right, this is kind of a silly question, Terry, but I'll answer it with due deference. Yes, they are good cigars. Third place, you get 5 of a good quality. Second place, you get 7 of an even better quality. And first place, you get 10 of what is, my opinion, even better quality. So, there you go. Question number 7. On this day in 1865, what monumental piece of legislation was passed by the U.S. House of Representatives abolishing slavery in the nation? I'll repeat. On this day in 1865, what monumental piece of legislation was passed by the U.S. House of Representatives abolishing slavery in the nation? All right, moving on. Question number 8. It's kind of a fun one. On this day in England, 1606, this condemned prisoner who had conspired to blow up the British Parliament jumped to his death to avoid his planned public execution of being hung, drawn, and quartered. I feel like he picked the better choice of the two.
I feel like that was just the way to go.
Hey, Turtle, what's going on, brother? Feel free to join the trivia night if you feel so inclined. We only have 3 competitors, so
make it interesting.
Make it very interesting if you did. Just $5, man. Easy. It's basically free. What can you buy for $5 anymore? I don't think you can can't even get a carton of eggs anymore. I'll repeat question number 8 for everybody. On this day in England, 1606, this condemned prisoner who had conspired to blow up the British Parliament jumped to his death to avoid his planned public execution of being hung, drawn, and quartered. What was his name? All right, question number 9. Terry is hindered at this point, apparently. He's hey, all right. Some might say you have an unfair advantage with that condition. I don't know.
Some might say you're not going to know where you live in about 20 minutes.
All right, question number 9. American singer and actor Justin Timberlake was born on this date in 1981 in what U.S. city? Repeating question number 9. American singer and actor Justin Timberlake was born on this date in 1981 in what U.S. city? And the last question for On This Day in History. On this day in 1966, the Soviets launched the first spacecraft to make a soft landing on the moon. What was the name of the craft? It's the second space program question we've had in this category.
What's the difference between a soft landing and a hard landing?
That's a good
I know the difference
question.
between any landing and a crash landing.
Yeah, well, was it a landing that didn't have a manned spacecraft? Was that it? I don't know. I really don't know.
I do. Well, I know that their first one didn't have a man on it, so I know that.
Okay.
But I guess that's what soft landing means. I don't know.
I really don't know what that means.
I stopped wanting to be an astronaut when I was 5, so I don't.
I stopped wanting to be an astronaut after I saw Apollo 13. I was like, oh, I've lost all interest.
Yeah.
All right, I'll repeat this question. Question number 10. On this day in 1966, the Soviets launched the first spacecraft to make a soft landing on the moon. What was the name of the craft? And Stogie Brody has a quick question. What was question number 2 again? No problem. In 1958, the United States entered the space age with its first successful launch of a satellite from Cape Canaveral. What was the satellite's name? There you go, guys. Questions for the first category are complete.
1 through 9. 1
10.
through 10?
1 through 10.
1 through 10.
Yeah, it's 10 questions. So label them. You don't have to put the questions. Just write the answers 1 through 10. Hey, Ricardo, you're in. I'm still putting your name on the register. So you're playing whether you like it or not. And if you get 0 for 0, that's fine.
That's totally fine. That's what his co-host is doing.
Oh, hold on. We got some controversy here. Terry Davies bringing up a very good point. There's a pretty good case for the moon landing being faked. Believe it or not, this is not the first I've heard of this possible scenario.
Which moon landing was fake and which one wasn't.
Yeah. All right, so I'll give everybody some time to send me your emails. jonoscigars@gmail.com. As I get them, I'll tally up the scores and then read up what the status is of the standings before we continue on to category number 2, which is, what's it going to be there, Adam?
Eat it.
Or eat up.
Eat up.
Yeah, that's right.
My cheat sheet went blank, so I threw caution to the wind and thought I remembered.
All right, I got Stogie Brody's answers. There, Jeremy's got his. And I got Jeremy and Stogie Brody done. I'm just waiting on Camping Cigar and Ricardo, if you feel so inclined. Just do your best, man. This is all for fun. All for fun. But I very much appreciate your donation. That means a lot. Thank you very much.
It's all for fun and cigars. But yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that too.
So I told Dan, for those of you that don't know, one of my co-hosts, to pop on the live, and he's out schmoozing Nobletons right now. So
okay.
We have quite a relationship with them at this point.
So
there's more things to come.
You still have to schmooze Nobleton? I mean, like, I felt like...
Well, no, they've become very good friends. Demetrius, to be quite honest, it's really funny because he's a very private guy.
Yeah.
And his wife was at their anniversary party, and his wife and my wife went to the same college.
Oh.
And so they hit it off and exchanged numbers. And so right before I left, I leaned into his ear and I go, there's a play date with our kids in the future. I'm just letting you know. I'm gonna know where you live soon. And without skipping a beat, he stares me straight in the eye and he goes, I have to approve that, you know.
He's not messing around. He's like, I'm not joking, by the way. All right, Camping Cigar, I'm just waiting on your answers, and then we will continue on to category number 2. So what are your pour selections tonight here?
So I just finished off. I'm actually really sad about it, but there was only about half an ounce left, but it was the Maker's Mark FAE02. It's a wood finish series that they came out with in 2021 or 2022. I don't want to get that wrong. Very, very, very good. You can only find it at like aftermarket prices now. I have the fourth release of 2024 Booker's here. It's called Jimmy's Batch. Very good. And then I have the what I mentioned before, the investment whiskey planters finished in maple syrup barrels.
Very cool.
So, still working on that L Titan de Bronze.
All right, here we go. We got the last category. Here we go. All right, we are good to go. I'll give everybody an update, but first I'll read off the correct answers of the previous category.
All right.
Question number 1, Private Eddie Slavic, now age 24, became the first U.S. soldier to since the Civil War to be executed for desertion. This was during World War II. World War II. In 1958, the United States launched the first successful satellite from Cape Canaveral. That was Explorer 1. In number 3, 1988, Doug Williams, first black quarterback, playing the Super Bowl, led the Washington Redskins to a 42-10 victory over the Denver Broncos. On this day, Jonathan Banks plays this character in Better Call Saul. The character's name is Mike Ehrmantraut. Now, there was one person who put in Mike E. I'm going to accept that because Ermintrout's hard to spell. Okay, I'm fine.
Correct.
With that. Cool. Actress who played in such movies as Grosse Point Blank, Return to Me, and Good Will Hunting. That's Minnie Driver. She turns 55 today.
She was also the voice of Jane in Tarzan.
I did not know that.
Yes.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. On this day in 1990, the first McDonald's restaurant opened up in the Soviet Union. I'm going to be a little bit technical here because one person said Russia. Not the same
Not
thing.
right.
No,
Yep.
Not the same thing. I got to stick with Soviet Union. But good, you had your head in the right space. It just was unfortunately incorrect. On number 7, in 1865, the piece of legislation that was passed in the U.S. House of Representatives abolishing slavery was the 13th Amendment. One person said the 14th. You were off by one. It's the 13th Amendment. On this day in England, 1606, the condemned prisoner who had conspired to blow up the British Parliament and jumped to his death, that was Guy Fawkes. Ironically, they don't celebrate Guy Fawkes Day in England on the 31st when he died. They celebrate in November for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Very strange.
Yeah, but there's no figuring the British, man. That's all I can say.
Their humor is interesting. Their celebrations, it is.
They have, okay, British humor is almost second to none. I love British, like Monty Python and the British sketch comedy is some of the funniest out there, but they don't know shit about food or anything else, but okay. Let's move on. Question number 9. Justin Timberlake was born on this date, 1981, in Memphis, Tennessee. Memphis, Tennessee.
Will not be accepting Nashville.
Yeah.
A lot of people think he was born in Nashville. It's Memphis. It's like a thing. I don't know why. A lot of people think he was born in Nashville.
A lot of people confuse Memphis and Nashville, I think. All right, question number 10. In 1966, the Soviets launched the first spacecraft to make a soft landing on the moon. The craft's name was Luna 9. Luna 9. I think everybody got that one correct, actually. Surprised. All right, so right now, in third place is Camping Cigar with 6 points. He got 6 out of 10. Jeremy Brown is in second place. He got 8 out of 10. And Stogie Brody leads the pack at this point. He aced that category. 10
Stogie!
out of 10.
Bringing it home.
Yeah.
For the trivia lovers.
There you go. Jeremy was, he had the same problem. He was like, is it Nashville or Memphis? But you got the right one. Good job. All right, so I want to turn it over to my co-host, Adam, here. He is going to take you through the second category, which is...
Eat up!
Eat up!
So appropriate. Now that I'm finally on a diet and working to better myself. So, should I just dive right in?
Dive right in. Let's get it.
All right, let's go to the smorgasbord of these 10 questions.
Oh, I see what you did there.
Eat up. First question. Which country is the largest producer of saffron, the world's most expensive spice?
I did not know this when I came up with this question. I
don't think... I'd be very surprised if anybody knows this answer.
Go ahead and give every question a repeat just so everybody has a chance to hear it.
Repeat question number 1. Which country is the largest producer of saffron, the world's most expensive spice? To put it in perspective, Costco used to sell like little, I kid you not, like inch by inch bottles.
Yeah.
They were $20.
Yes.
Like this.
They sell it by the gram.
Yeah. I'm really intimidated because my wife just walked into the studio and she's watching my every move. So it's very... Yes, I am entertaining. I know that was your question.
Are you not entertained?
Is that Joe? Hi, Joe.
Hey there.
And also many other people. She goes, all right, I'm leaving. Again, I'm a seasoned cigar smoker. This is
right.
Sickness.
He's trying to kick something still.
Question number 2. What is a Berliner in pastry talk? What is a Berliner? Berlineer. E-R. Did I say what? Yeah. What is a Berliner in pastry talk?
Is it Berliner or is it Berliner? I don't know, honestly.
Berliner.
Berliner.
I don't know.
It's spelled just like the town in Germany with an ER at the end. Berliner.
Yes.
So it's a type of pastry is what you're trying to tell us.
So it is. Does it mean that everybody's from Berlin is known as this pastry? Or, you know what I mean?
I don't know. I wonder if that's a derogatory term for someone who hails from Berlin. I don't know. We'll find out.
Somebody from Germany's watching going, I'm turning this shit off. I can't. Question number 3. What is a nori? The traditional wrapping of sushi made from. If you don't get this, well, I'm not going to be upset, but it's fairly well known. Again, question number 3. What is nori, the traditional wrapping of sushi made from?
What is nori made out of? It's a good question.
I love that you picked the question, but you're like, this is a good question. Question number 4. The English translation of this popular Italian dessert literally means make me happy. I did not know this.
This was news to me when I found out.
Wow. Okay.
Isn't that fun, though?
Yeah, that's real fun. Sorry. Again, question number 4. The English translation of this popular Italian dessert literally means make me happy. And
at risk of sounding inappropriate, my wife really knows how to make a good make me happy, by the way. She's top notch.
You risked it. It sounded good. I approve.
I feel like if I hadn't said the little preamble to that statement, I probably would have been better off.
Yeah, coulda, woulda, shoulda. Question number 5. Am I going too fast?
No, I think you're good.
Okay. What popular sweet treat was invented by mistake at the Toll House Inn in 1930?
Happy mistake, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, buddy. Nestlé Toll House. I'll read that one again. Number 5. What popular sweet treat was invented by mistake at the Toll House Inn in 1930?
1930. It's kind of crazy that they're only that old. I feel like it's
right. Exactly.
Like, seriously, they've only been around since 1930. Okay.
Right. So everybody before that was just sad. Like I don't know. Well, it was the Depression before that.
Yeah, man. It's a rough time. Rough time.
Question number 6. What type of pasta is shaped like small rice grains and is commonly used in soups? Oh, I thought it was different. I thought it was a different answer.
Well, we might have a contested answer here. That we'll see. I'm very familiar with this sort of thing. I do work in food after all, and I'm fairly certain this is the correct answer. But
I think it is. Question number 7. In what country did the Caesar salad originate?
This blew my mind. This blew my mind.
No.
It's true. And I'll give you the story after this is over.
Oh, yeah. Question number 7 again. In what country did the Caesar salad originate? I'm finding it hard. Like I'm having to mentally tell myself, don't read the Bull Black.
I know. It's really hard. Yeah. I've been guilty of doing that by mistake a couple times doing this. So
you live in your
hazard.
Question number 8. What is the name of the spice blend commonly used in Indian cuisine, which consists of ground spices such as coriander, cumin, and turmeric, was long. I'm going to read that one again. Question number 8. What is the name of the spice blend commonly used in Indian cuisine, which consists of ground spices such as coriander, cumin, and turmeric?
And just to clarify, I do mean actual Indian, as in from the country of India, not Native American cuisine. Just to clarify that, in case there was any confusion on that note. So, please continue.
Oh, I actually know this one. Number 9. What type of fish is used in the Nordic dish gravlax? And actually, I think it's gravla.
Most people pronounce it gravlax.
Is it?
Yeah, and in like Jewish bakeries that make bagels, like bagels and lox, that's what it's referring to.
I think I'm thinking of gravois.
Gravois? Oh, you mean like the street name that's utterly mispronounced in our city? Yeah.
Question number 9 again. What type of fish is used in the Nordic dish gravlax? Oh, this is a great ending question right here. Question number 10. What is the national dish of Spain?
National dish of Spain. It's good, by the way.
Yes.
Very good.
Every country's got their own bird, their own animal, their own mammal and fish, and also their dish of origin, I guess.
So, fun little factoid. In doing research in this, I did find out what one dish is widely considered the national dish of England now? So, fish and chips is definitely one of them. But you want to know what the other one is? Chicken tikka masala.
Really?
Yeah. Well, after the British occupation of India ended in the 50s, that blows my mind that it lasted as long as the 50s.
Right.
But a lot of people from India were just like, no, we're going back with you. We're not staying here. There's so many curry places in England, apparently.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So there we are. You want to repeat?
That is the end of my first tenure.
Yeah. You want to repeat question number 10 just to be thorough?
100%. What is the national dish of Spain?
What is the national dish of Spain? There you go, guys. Please compose your answers in an email. Send them my way, as we did the previous category, and we will tally up the points.
Do not put your hamsters in the live chat.
No hamsters, please. I'm laughing at some of the questions here. The answers, rather. So, 1, 2. All right. Got Stogie Brody's done. We got Jeremy Brown's here. All right. Now I'm just waiting on Camping Cigar. Whenever you get your answers, we'll tally them up, and then I'll give everybody an update as to where we stand.
He's camping on it a little bit.
He is.
And if you're wondering, I'll help you out. That comment was funny.
So, Ricardo is making a comment on my demeanor when I'm checking answers here.
If you're the 4th grade teacher, then I'm the clueless teaching assistant.
Well, I homeschool my kids, so by default, I am the fourth grader. All right, here we go. We got the last one here. All right, here we go. We got the answers, and go ahead and go through the questions there, Adam, and let us know what the answers were to these questions.
All right. Number 1, which country is the largest producer of saffron, the world's most expensive spice? Answer is Iran.
Iran.
Iran, I saw, I conquered. Question number 2. What is a Berliner in pastry talk? It's a jelly donut.
Everybody got this wrong except one person. One person got it right. Everyone said donut, but they failed to specify what kind of donut. So one person got it right.
Coincidentally, the most dangerous donut to eat. Because if you bite the wrong end, it explodes.
Oh, I see. Oh, I get
shirt.
I get you. I get you.
Most dangerous donut for wardrobes. Question number 3. What is nori, the traditional wrapping of sushi made from seaweed?
It is seaweed.
Yes, our cheat days are filled with sushi, so I've done that for a very long time.
Yep.
Question number 4. The English translation of this popular Italian dessert literally means make me happy. It's tiramisu.
Tiramisu. I did not know this.
Yeah, it blew me away. I had no idea.
So fun.
Question number 5. What popular sweet treat was invented by mistake at the Toll House Inn in 1930? Chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate chip cookies, baby.
And again, it took that long?
I know.
You know what I mean?
It was a mistake because the person making it was putting chocolate chunks in a butter cookie dough and was trying to make just a chocolate cookie, and his thinking was, oh, the chocolate will melt in the oven and it will spread throughout the dough. Did not do that, so there you go.
Question number 6. What type of pasta is shaped like small rice grains and is commonly used in soups? Orzo.
It is orzo. That's right.
Question number 7. In what country did the Caesar salad originate? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Mexico.
Yep. It was Mexico by a guy named Caesar. His first name was Caesar, and I think his last name was actually an Italian name, if I'm not mistaken. And it was a thing of necessity. They were running low on salad ingredients, so he just okay, I can make a quick dressing, and I'll just put the romaine lettuce and croutons on it and Parmesan, call it a thing. So there you go.
And now it's a very large
staple in Italian restaurants.
There you go. Question number 8. What is the name of the spice blend commonly used in Indian cuisine, which consists of ground spices such as coriander, cumin, and turmeric? I hope I pronounced this correctly. Garam masala.
Garam masala, yes.
Garam masala.
You could put a little Indian emphasis on it and call it garam masala.
Garam, you got to shake your head a little bit.
Yes, garam masala. Sorry.
We're not here to offend. We're here to have fun.
It's all fun.
Question number 9. What type of fish is used in the Nordic dish gravlax salmon?
Everyone got that one right.
When you think north, Nordic, and fish. You think salmon.
Yep.
And finally, question number 10. What is the national dish of Spain? Paella.
Not to be a complete dick about it, but it's pronounced paella, just so you know. Hey, we just gotta do everything right, you know. We don't want to insult the Spanish.
No, got paella. Paella.
All right, so after round 2, Camping Cigar has jumped over Jeremy Brown. Jeremy Brown is now up to 13 points. Camping Cigar has 14.
Whoa.
And Stogie Brody, while he didn't ace this category, he is still in the lead. He has 17. So the race is tightening a little bit. All right, so this is probably my favorite of the categories tonight.
These are all very fun.
Yeah. So this one is animal groups. And what I'm going to do is there's 15 questions in this one instead of 10 because this is going to go a little bit fast.
Wait, hold on. So you're doing why not last?
Yeah, I'm going to do why not last. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'll have you do that one. So we're going to be doing animal groups. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the name of the group, and then you have to tell me the animal that it corresponds to. And just as a reminder, this is a 15-question category, so there's a few more points up for grabs here. Starting with group number 1. What animal in a group is referred to as a cauldron?
I'll be honest with you. I pride myself on having a wealth of useless knowledge like this. I didn't know most of these.
There's a lot of them on here that I was not aware of, and that's why I picked them, because it was just so much fun. Number 1, what is a group of animals referred to as a cauldron? What animal is that? Number 2, what animal in a group is referred to as a flamboyance? A flamboyance. Number 3, what group of animal is referred to as an unkindness? What is the animal in a group referred to as a unkindness? Question number 4, which animal corresponds to a group name? A parliament. A parliament. What is the animal? Question number 5. The group name is a shadow. A shadow of what? When you find out the answers, they all do kind of make sense. But some of them, well, I should say some of them do. Some of them are just kind of like, okay, I could have landed on anything for that one. But question number 6, what animal group is a caravan? This one makes a lot of sense. Sorry.
It makes total sense.
I'm giving some hints away here, but I'm just trying to help the players out here a little bit. All right, this next one's a pretty easy one. Number 7, what animal group is a pride? A pride. That should be pretty simple for most of us, hopefully.
If you grew up in the 90s, it should.
Yeah, it should. Number 8, what animal group is referred to as a tower? A tower. What animal group is a tower? Number 9, what animal group is a cackle? Repeating number 9, what animal group is a cackle? Number 10, what animal group is a basque? B-A-S-K, basque.
This one was probably the most surprising to me.
Yeah,
because I didn't know they had a name for a group of these things.
I didn't either. I didn't know any of these. Well, a lot of them. I didn't know a lot of these had group names, but there you go. Number 11. This is one of my favorites. What group of animal is known as a conspiracy? Conspiracy.
That would be white conservatives.
That's great. That's fantastic. That's the best answer of the night. Number 12. What animal is a group? Well, what animal as a group is referred to as a crash? A crash. Oh, man, my heater just ran out of fuel. I knew I should have gotten another tank. Dang it. Well, I might just get a little bit cold here in a bit. All right.
We're outside. Start a fire.
Yeah, I'm semi outside. I'm in a tent, actually.
No, fair enough.
All right. Number 13. What animal group is referred to as a stench? A stench of what?
One of those ones where you're like, it's not surprising.
Yeah. Number 14. This is a little bit easier. What animal group is referred to as a parade? Repeating 14. What animal group is referred to as a parade? And last, number 15 for animal groups. What animal group is referred to as a prickle? What animal group is referred to as a prickle? There are your animal groups. All 15 of them. There are actually a lot more, but I did not do all of those. Just submit your answers in an email, jonoscigars@gmail.com. We'll tally up the answers and give you an update on the scores once I've tallied them. Before we head on over to the last category and find out who the winner for tonight's trivia night is.
Here's one for you, Joe. Got this recently. This is like throwaway tobacco for Room 101. It's the Room 101 Ichiban.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Definitely had. It's kind of like the Room 101 version of the Umbagog.
I'm assuming, it's just like it's basically Room 101 throwaway tobacco, isn't it?
Yeah. All right, I got Jeremy's in. Oh, hold on. I accidentally deleted his. No worries. I can pull it back out of the trash.
Whoa.
Don't worry.
And I'm not a fan of Booker's, but this fourth release of last year is outstanding. Oh, it's so good.
All right. Now I'm just waiting on Stogie Brody. And we should be good. Well, at least I've got coffee. Somewhat stay warm that way. Jeremy did very well in this category.
Ooh, that's bad. Okay.
Uh-oh, what happened?
I'm doing a promo for my Instagram. Hour.
Of course.
I run the production, but yeah. And I took a quick shot on the video of the screen that I'm, live streaming from, and then you can see the background of the studio, which is not as pretty as what's back here.
Yeah. All right, just waiting for Stogie Brody at this point. Whenever you're ready, sir. Can you resend it? Maybe it didn't come through. Just go ahead and resend it. If you sent it once, send it to me again. Sometimes this happens. Just about time to light up cigar number 2, I think. This one's getting pretty low. Come on now, come on. Sometimes I have technical difficulties.
See, we all have it.
We all do it. There's no shame. It just happens sometimes. There we go. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, here we go. Everybody got one wrong in this question, but they were all, not everybody got the same one wrong, interestingly enough. All right, so going back over the answers. Question number 1. A cauldron refers to bats. A cauldron of bats. The flamboyance refers to flamingos. A flamboyance of flamingos, because we all know they are fabulous. Question number 3. An unkindness of ravens. I almost said raisins there. An unkindness of ravens.
What did you plant in your garden? An unkindness.
An unkindness of
raisins.
Number 4. It's a parliament of owls. Parliament of owls.
That one actually makes a lot of sense. If you
it does. Parliament of owls. I thought there was someone I think told me that it was a wisdom of owls. But no.
Mm-mm.
Incorrect. All right. Number 5. Shadow of jaguars.
That just sounds terrifying.
Of jaguars. I know. Pretty cool, though, right? How cool is that said? Like, it's a whole... Was there any jaguars out? Yeah, there was a whole shadow of them out there. It's All right. Where was it? Number 6. It's a caravan of camels. Caravan of camels. It's a pride of lions, obviously. Everyone got that one correct. I was very happy that I said this is an obvious one and everyone got it correct. It would have been really annoying if I said, oh, this is obvious and someone got it wrong. I would feel pretty bad. A tower is referring to a tower of giraffes. Tower of giraffes. Ah, thank you, Jeremy. Wombats are considered a wisdom. Wombats. Wisdom of wombats.
Interesting.
Okay.
They're also interesting. They are one of the most kind and cuddly, wild creatures.
Interesting.
There's never been once where people have reported them being hostile of any kind. They're always nice and kind, and they'll walk up to random strangers. And
interesting.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? Another interesting thing I come to find out, even in places where they are numerous, human deaths by timber wolves, very rare, extremely rare.
Oh yeah.
It's almost unheard of. Was not aware of that. All right, where was I? Tower of Giraffes. Did that one? It's a cackle of hyenas. That was number 9. Cackle of hyenas. That makes sense.
Yeah.
A basque of alligators. It's also used for crocodiles. So some of you said crocodiles. I'll accept the answer. Totally fine.
Just a different nose.
Yeah. Conspiracy of lemurs.
That's interesting to me.
Conspiracy of lemurs. Not sure where that came from.
Yeah.
Number 12 is a crash of rhinoceros. Crash of rhinoceros. That's pretty cool. A stench refers to a group of skunks. It's a stench of skunks. That makes perfect sense. A parade refers to elephants.
See, what's so interesting about that, just in my scope of knowledge, if you will.
Yes.
Sorry, have to prevent more technical difficulties here. But so my cousin is a former safari guide in Africa.
Mm-hmm.
And he will be the first to tell you that elephants are 10 times more dangerous than rhinoceros.
Oh, yeah. By a lot. Yeah, it's crazy. Crazy. All right, moving on. Where was I? Oh, yes. Elephant, last one, number 15. It's a prickle of porcupines, not hedgehogs. Porcupines. So there you go. All right, so everybody got one wrong. So the standings are exactly the same, but the point totals have gone up. So in third place, Jeremy Brown has 27. Camping Cigar has 28. And Stogie Brody is still in the lead. He has got 31. And still a tight race. Anybody's game at this point. We have one category left, which is why not?
Why
All the
not?
answers to all the questions begin with
Why
the
not
letter.
have one more category?
One more category. 10 questions. Anybody's game still. The spread is just 4 points. It's not that big. Pretty good. All right, so Adam, this is your category. I'm going to let you go ahead and start, and we'll see how it goes.
All right. Welcome to the Why Not category. Thank you again, Joe, for having me as your co-host. I very much appreciate it.
My
Very
pleasure.
honored.
My
Very
pleasure.
honored to be here. Question number 1. I know you're all waiting on pins and needles. What form of singing involving repeated changes of pitch during a single note originated in the Alps? What form of singing involving repeated changes of pitch during a single note originated in the Alps? Question number 2. Said to live in the Himalayas, the abominable snowman is also known by what name? Said to live in the Himalayas, the abominable snowman is also known by what name? We will not accept the answer of the name of the monster that captured Luke Skywalker. Question number 3. Which Irish poet won the 1923 Nobel Prize for Literature? Which Irish poet won the 1923 Nobel Prize for Literature? Speaking of poets, Scottish poet Robert Burns. Burns Night was just celebrated a few nights ago, I believe on the 29th of January.
How about that?
Question number 5. Donald Pleasance played Ernst Blofeld in what 1967 James Bond film? I think my respect for you just raised a little bit more, Joe. That's a great question. Donald Pleasance played Ernst Blofeld in what 1967 James Bond film? Question number 6. Croatia, Serbia, and Slovenia were all parts of what former country?
Another former country.
Croatia, Serbia, and Slovenia were all parts of what former country? This next one's fun. Question number 7. Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Joed Kareem founded what website in 2005?
And made out like bandits.
My goodness. Just
unbelievable.
Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawed Kareem founded what website in 2005? Question number 8. Who was the first president of Russia from 1991 to 1999? It's not Putin.
Definitely not Putin.
Who was the first president of Russia from 1991 to 1999? Question number 9. Which U.S. singer-songwriter is famous for his song parodies such as Eat It, White and Nerdy, and Amish Paradise?
All great songs, by the way.
Fantastic song. Which U.S. singer-songwriter is famous for his song parodies such as Eat It, White and Nerdy, and Amish Paradise?
Do you have a favorite of those three?
I prefer Eat It.
I love White and Nerdy myself. I just think it is amazing. It also has cameos in the music video of Key and Peele.
I did not know that.
Yeah, back when they were still just on Mad TV.
Oh, yeah.
All right, we got one question left.
Who did Key Pete play? That coach? You know what I'm talking about? Who always wore the really short shorts?
Yeah. Good times, man.
Oh, man.
Good times.
Hey, you better pay attention. Or shove my foot right up your fart chimney. Question number 10. Scrambled Eggs was the working title for what Beatles song? I did not know this, and I am a Beatles head, my friend.
Yep. It's a fun little factoid, but it's true. All right, those
Question
are
number 10. Scrambled Eggs was the working title for what Beatles song?
What Beatles song? All right, so those are your questions. Submit them in an email, jonascigars@gmail.com. We'll tally up the totals and announce who the winner is going to be this evening. Before we move on to Sweet 16.
I'm not even going to pretend to know what that is.
Oh, I'll explain, and I think you'll really like the game. It's a lot of fun. All right, just waiting on the emails, and we will proceed and announce the winner to everyone who is waiting in such suspense.
I mean, I know I am.
Yeah, I am. This is a tight race. This is probably the tightest trivia we've had in some time. Usually there's a clear winner after category 3, but no. Oh, let's see. Jeremy is asking, can you repeat question 8 and 9? He had an ad pop up.
100%. Who was the first question number 8? Sorry. Who was the first president of Russia from 1991 to 1999? Almost read out the answer. Almost did it. Almost made that mistake.
Very close.
Almost made that mistake. And question number 9. Which U.S. singer-songwriter is famous for his song parodies such as Eat It, White and Nerdy, and Amish Paradise?
There you go. Just waiting on the emails now, guys. And as of right now, there's only 5 people on the stream, so it looks like for the Sweet 16, there's going to be multiple entries for everybody who plays. And I'll explain Sweet 16 here. What we do is we pick a category that we all agree on, and then we just start shouting out different examples of the category. For example, we have done favorite video games in the past. We've done favorite rock bands. We have done, what's some other ones we did? We did favorite breakfast foods once, and everybody just gave examples, and we put their names on each of those examples that they submitted. We put them in a 16-seed bracket, and we go one by one each matchup, and everybody votes on which one should advance until we get down to one, and whoever has that one picked wins the Sweet 16. So, Stogie Brody is missing number 4. I'll repeat that. What Ivy League university is based in New Haven, Connecticut? And Jeremy also had asked for number 7. Steve Chen, Chad Hurley, and Jawad Karim founded what website in 2005? There you go. Hopefully I read those slow enough for you to understand.
Did I forget to read number 4?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I believe I did. I apologize.
All right, for everybody who is missing,
not making a good case for a good co-host.
It's easy to skip. So, question number 4 is, what Ivy League university is based in New Haven, Connecticut? Begins with a Y. That should be a pretty good indicator for what it is.
Your personal university.
Ooh, good guess. It's very close. All right, here we go.
With this cold, I cannot properly retrohale, and it makes me sad.
That's such a bummer too, isn't it? Hate it when that happens. All right, I got Stogie Brody's in. Not anybody else's yet, but still got some time. So some of the people who are watching may know by now that I am a very big Blues fan, but man, this is a depressing year to be following the St. Louis Blues. Man, they're just so mediocre this year.
I was going to say it's subpar at best.
It is embarrassing is what it is. Yeah. I mean, before the season started, I think we all kind of knew that it wasn't going to be a great season just because we had lost a lot of talent and, Robert Thomas was injured for a big part of the first part of the season, so it wasn't great, but it's still just depressing. All right, here's Jeremy Brown. Here we go.
I'll tell you what's depressing is seeing the Chiefs in another Super Bowl.
Everyone was thinking it, and you said it, it's the closest team we have to being a hometown team because we don't have a football team anymore. But I've been so indifferent about the Chiefs,
I think what bothers me the most, and I don't want to turn this into a sports live stream, believe me. I think what bothers me the most is I had a love-hate relationship with the Patriots for as long as their dynasty lasted.
Right.
For as long as Tom Brady just whooped ass.
Right.
But he whooped ass.
He did.
And I think that's what bothers me is the Chiefs have just kind of skirted by all season. They've made the perfect play at the right time every time. And I think that bothers me so much. I'm like, there's so many other teams that grinded so hard and so much harder than you did. And yet you skirted by. And I made a comment the other day and I said there's 2 teams in the Super Bowl. And one team's going to lose and the other one has Saquon Barkley. So that kid, I mean, he just won MVP today or yesterday, didn't he?
I have no idea. I've been following.
I think so. But outstanding player, outstanding human being on and off the field. I think they're just going to take it on. I hope. One can only hope.
Yeah, and it's also kind of annoying because the team they're up against is Philly, and it's just like I can't stand Phillies. Like their fan base just drives me nuts.
There. Yeah.
Like, do you remember a few years ago when Philly did win the Super Bowl, and the antics that they
you didn't stop hearing about it for 6 months.
Yeah, it was so absurd.
Yep.
All right, here we go. We got the last email in. All right. All right, I'm going to say one more time to Camping Cigar, I got your email. You are missing number 4, and it's possible that everyone missed it, so I'm going to repeat it again so you have a chance to answer it. Number 4 was, what Ivy League university is based in New Haven, Connecticut? I think we might have missed it by mistake when we first read them off, so just want to give you a fair shot at getting it.
My mistake. Not a host mistake, a co-host mistake.
Oh, it's going to be tight. It's going to be tight. A lot hangs on your answer on this one. I'm just going to say that for you, Camping Cigar.
How is this a throwaway? This is blowing my mind.
That's the way I think about with the Umbagog. Although, and I've never experienced this, and I've smoked a lot of them, but with it being basically table scraps left over from the Liga line, from other lines, not the the Mi Querida line. From the Mi Querida line, they did table scraps of it, and they used it for the Umbagog. And so some people have complained about inconsistency with burn and draw sometimes, which makes sense.
Sure.
I personally have not experienced that while smoking an Umbagog. So, interestingly enough, all right, there we go. We got them. Wow. All right, so
within 1 point.
We've got a tie for second and third place, so we are going to have to do a tiebreaker. But first, I need to congratulate Stogie Brody. You have won first place with a very impressive, how many is that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 39 points. Well done, sir. You have definitely won first place, so congratulations to Stogie Brody. You've definitely won. But Jeremy Brown and Camping Cigar are all tied up at 37. That's crazy that this is how close the scores were for the top three scores. And we're going to have to do a tiebreaker. So I am going to do the tiebreaker, we're going to have to do a little speed round where I ask one question, and whoever can enter it the fastest in the live chat wins the prize. So,
Type quick.
First, before I read the question, I want to get confirmation in the live chat from both Jeremy and Camping Cigar. Are you ready for the tiebreaker question?
Are you ready?
All right, Jeremy's ready. Camping Cigar, are you ready? I'm going to read the question as soon as I get confirmation from Camping Cigar. Waiting. There's no rush, but seriously, hurry up.
There's no rush, but you're wasting my time.
All right, they're ready. Okay, here is the question. And just to remind everybody so that we're clear on this, you are going to type the answer into the live chat, and whoever puts their answer in first wins the question, and therefore wins second place as opposed to third place. Here's the question. Jonose Cigars was formed in the year 2017. What month was the first ever Jonose Cigar review posted on YouTube? What month in 2017 was the first review posted on YouTube? First person to put the correct answer in the chat box wins. I'm waiting on pins and needles. My second cigar is the Don Derma by Dunbarton Tobacco and Trust.
Oh,
Very
fantastic cigar.
Smoking beautifully so far.
Oh, it's fantastic.
Well, no one has put an answer in the chat yet.
I'll just go ahead. There it is.
It's nice.
I love the way you do that. And then when you do a review and you go like that, to block everything, and
Well, the only reason I do that is so that it just makes it focus on the camera, on the actual cigar. If I don't do it, it's just like the camera doesn't know. All right, so far we've gotten 2 incorrect answers. It was not May. It was not July. Try again.
I actually think I know the answer.
That would make you a super fan.
Well. You've been on my podcast 5 times, so
That's true.
you're either a
I'm on there a
place
lot.
filler
Or
we're a
what?
fan. You were our first guest ever.
I was?
Yes.
Wow. I
Yeah.
didn't know that. All right, we have a winner. It is Jeremy Brown. He correctly guessed June. It was June of 2017. The first ever Jonose Cigars review was posted on YouTube. You are the second place winner. Congratulations. You'll be getting the 7 cigar sampler and camping cigar. No shame. Nothing to hang your head over. You get a 5 cigar sampler. I'll be sending all these your way in the near future. I know I've got Stogie Brody's address and I've got Jeremy Brown's address. I do need Camping Cigar's address. So please, Camping Cigar, email me your mailing address where you would like your prize sent to you, and I'll get those sent out to you guys as soon as possible. A big congratulations to our 3 winners tonight. Hope you guys had a good time. And a big thank you to Ricardo Herrera for his very generous donation at the beginning of the show. Appreciate it. And a thank you to Adam of the Bourbonists, who has co-hosted tonight. You did a fine job, sir. Fine job. Hopefully it won't be the last time we have you as a co-host on Jonose Trivia Night. But the fun's not over yet, guys. It's not over yet. There is more. There is more to come. We have a Sweet 16 game, and this is open to everybody. There is no entry prize. There's no entry fee. It's all free, and I'll give away 2 or 3 cigars from my private stash to the person who ends up winning. So let me explain the game once more so everybody understands. We're going to have to pick a category to choose from, and of that category, we put out nominations for the best of whatever. So we could say we've done the past best rock band, we've done favorite video game, we have done favorite breakfast food, that sort of thing. So we've got to settle on what the favorite category is before we continue. And as of right now, there are 5 people in the live stream, and more could show up. You can pop on anytime you want, and you can have a free shot at winning a few very nice cigars from my humidor if you participate. So I'll start the suggestions for categories. Let's say favorite cocktail. And it can be alcoholic or non-alcoholic. I don't care. Whatever one you want. Maybe your favorite cocktail is Arnold Palmer. Barely a cocktail, but I'll accept it. Now, that's just a suggestion. If anybody else has another suggestion, by all means, shout them out in the live chat. I'll take all possible submissions here. If you have anything, Adam, let me know.
No, that's good. I was going to say favorite cut of meat. But that's just because, yeah, I got for Christmas, my family was gifted half a hog, and it was delivered today.
Nice.
So I kind of got
meat on the mind, huh?
You know what I mean? Not in a weird way.
Yeah, we did that once. We got a quarter of beef once. That was pretty cool.
Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah, it's great. You just get something very satisfying about having a freezer full of like butcher wrapped cuts of meat in your freezer. It's just great.
Oh, my entire deep freeze. Now my deep freeze is not large, but it's 80 cubic feet, so it's one of those fairly big, you know. And then after we found out we were getting half a hog, then my brother was like, "Hey, my former boss who owns like 400 acres across America, private hunting ground, he killed a deer that he didn't want. Do you want it?"
Killed a deer he didn't want.
Yes, please. I will pay that processing fee, sir.
Absolutely, man.
So we've got about 125 pounds of hog and like 80 pounds of deer just sitting in our freezer.
That's fantastic. That's a great spot to be in right there.
Yep.
All right. So let's go, guys. You got any other categories you want to see possibly used as the Sweet 16 of the day? Wow, that's pretty cool. Man, that's a great setup.
That's fantastic.
Dude.
Send me your number, please.
Let me get in on that action there, man. Jeez. All right, well, while I'm waiting for people to not be shy and give me suggestions, I'm going to start making up a bracket here. What a great suggestion.
Excuse me. Not dying. Oh, favorite breakfast cereals.
That's a good one. Okay, I think we've got a bracket now. What states don't have snow? I'm not sure there's enough to make a Sweet 16 out of that.
Favorite California municipalities.
There's a lot of those.
Uh-huh.
All right, you know what? I think we're going to do... I kind of liked your favorite breakfast cereals one. Let's do that one. Favorite breakfast cereals.
I made up for not reading off question number 4.
It's all forgiven. All right, I'll start first. I'll go first. No, I don't want to go first. That's unfair. Let everybody else go first. All right, we're doing favorite breakfast cereals. What are we going with? Shout them out in the live chat. I'll put them in as they go. And at this point, I think everybody's going to get at least 3 entries. So you got 3 chances of winning this.
I mean, I'll say it before anybody else does, if that's all right.
Go ahead.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch, man.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch. All right.
But as you get older and as you start dieting and understanding that health is important,
yeah,
and then you haven't had that for years, then you taste it and you're like, ugh.
Yes.
Ugh. You know?
It's funny how that works.
It's like the Trix is for kids dogma, but it's for all breakfast cereals.
Right. All right. Camping Cigar has Fruity Pebbles and Honey Nut Cheerios. Very good.
The different colors make you think they're different flavors, but they're not.
All right. I'm going to do Captain Crunch Peanut Butter Crunch. That's what I'm going to put on.
Oh. Had my way with many bowls of that.
I know, man. Good stuff. All right, Adam, go ahead and give me another one. You get at least 3.
Let's go Fruity Pebbles.
Already taken.
Did you just say that?
No, Camping Cigar picked it already, so no longer eligible.
Oh, man. You remember Oreo O's?
Yeah, Oreo O's. All right. Oreo O's.
The most processed
it's a very
junk
nutritious
eaten.
cereal. It's part of a balanced breakfast. They said so in the commercials.
And you had to let it sit in the milk for a little bit, otherwise it tore your gums apart.
Yeah. I remember Cookie Crisp.
Oh, man, yeah. Yep.
It's like
Golden Grams.
Golden Grams, yeah. None of these are taken, by the way, so if anybody else wants to use them, go ahead. Put them in the live chat.
Oh, what was the one that was shaped like honeycomb? I think it was just called honeycomb cereal.
Yeah, honeycomb. Yeah. Honeycomb. Remember that? You know what I thought was a really lame cereal, and I never understood the appeal. Like, why does this cereal exist? Golden Crisp. You remember with the mascot was Sugar Bear, and it was the dumbest.
I was literally just thinking that. I was like, what was that called?
It was the dumbest. And there was a competing brand. I don't know which cereal company had it, if it was Kellogg or General Mills or whatever. But there was another brand that was the same thing, but they called it Smacks. It was the same damn thing.
Yes, Smacks. That's exactly what it was.
They were both terrible. They were both absolutely awful cereals.
There's
my mom,
Lucky Charms.
My mom would always get it. Yeah, Lucky Charms was. When I was a kid, man, that was the coveted cereal.
It wasn't until after I stopped eating cereal that they were like, "Oh wait, nobody wants the cereal part. They want the marshmallows."
You know,
we're
do you
gonna
realize
Lucky Charms only marshmallows?
Do you know that marshmallows, like marshmallow Lucky Charms, or no, that wasn't it. There was another marshmallow cereal called the alphabet cereal.
Yeah,
they had marshmallow alphabets and then the regular alphabets. Like, did anybody actually ever buy regular alphabet cereal?
There was one parent, there was one parent out there who was like, the ones without the marshmallows are the ones that are healthier.
Because this is healthy. All right, Camping Cigars got a third one in here. That's older shredded wheat, the half frosted ones. Yeah,
those are good. Well, so honest to God, with the right kind of milk, because Ron Swanson says skim milk is a lie,
right?
But whole milk and frosted flakes.
So I'm kind of with Camping Cigar in this. I remember really sometimes as a kid kind of craving frosted shredded wheat. Like I liked it. I liked the texture of it. Like I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh yeah. Now they've got
frosted
blueberry, frosted strawberry, like all these different flavors, and you're like, is it any healthier? No.
And then we all found out later that processed wheat's actually really, really bad. It's just terrible. Wheat of any kind is just terrible for you.
Unless it's in whiskey, and then you're fine.
Yeah, because they distill all the unhealthy out.
There you go.
They took all the unhealthy parts out, and you're left with the pure essence, the pure nutrition that is in whiskey. So we've been buying Italian flour because Italian flour doesn't have the additives that American flour has in it.
Potassium bromate.
Yeah. And a few other things. So
just a few.
Yeah. So we've been doing, my wife, she bakes a lot, and so she's been using the Italian flour. I gotta say, man, I kind of like it. So really
Well, there was a guy, I don't know where his name, I don't know where he started his business, but he immigrated here from Italy, and he started having pizza, and he was like, this pizza makes me feel like trash.
Mm-hmm.
And he realized that it was potassium bromate was the main ingredient that made him feel, so he only buys Italian flour.
Yeah.
And he started his own pizza company in Chicago.
Yeah. So I'm looking at the live stream. Apparently, everybody is checked out except for Camping Cigar. He's the only one left. Camping Cigar, you're the only loyal fan of the live stream tonight. So yeah, I think he's gonna win by default the Sweet 16 just for his loyalty. That's
done,
nice. Although Adam, you're here. I could give you 2 free cigars, 2 or 3
if you want to.
So Oh wait, Ricardo's still here. Oh my!
Lies.
My Ricardo, come on, man, give us some breakfast cereals, brah. Come on. Don't make a liar out of me.
Chime in, big dog.
No, I mean, reverse that. Do make a liar out of me. Tell me that there's more than just one person out there still watching this lame-ass show that I'm putting on here. All right, we got a few more people on there. All right, so we're still waiting for some more favorite breakfast cereals to enter into the Sweet 16. Camping Cigars got his in. Adam's got his in. Well, actually, Adam, you can get one more in there.
My brother and I used to fight over one. Oh, it was, do you remember? It was like early 2000, I think it was like 2001 or 2002. And Cinnamon Toast Crunch started getting like real weird.
Uh-huh.
And they were like, let's get freaky with some stuff. And they made French Toast Crunch.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah. And we ate that for like 3 weeks straight. And we were like, nah, I'm done with this.
Yeah. Is that seriously going to be your entry?
I loved that cereal so much.
You did?
Man.
Okay, all right.
I loved it so much, dude.
I'm putting it in.
Again, you had to let it sit for like a week in milk for it to be.
There was a whole process involved. So anybody who's just now tuning in, we're playing 16. It's a free game. The category we're doing is favorite breakfast cereals. Just shout out your favorite breakfast cereals. We'll put them in the bracket, and we'll see if your entry ends up being the winner. And if you win, you get 2 or 3 free cigars from my private stash. Selections to be determined.
I can't imagine anything other than either Fruity Pebbles or Cinnamon Toast Crunch winning this thing.
Wow. It's a big, bold prediction you have right there.
Here's the thing with Fruity Pebbles, though.
Yes.
Because I'm a recovering fat person, so I've really studied sugar. And I think, like, Fruity Pebbles is fantastic if you can eat it within 20 minutes. If you can't, then it's just soggy nonsense.
Yeah.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch doesn't do that.
Yeah. Do you remember there was a cereal, it was a pretty boring cereal, but the whole marketing gimmick with it is that it doesn't get soggy in the milk. It was called Crispix. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Yeah. It was a pretty lame cereal.
Yeah, it wasn't anything special.
No, it really wasn't. And first of all, it would eventually get soggy. It's not like it would indefinitely not. It definitely would get soggy. It just took a little bit longer than otherwise.
Because at some point you have to be like, what is this, plastic or is this cereal? Like,
right.
You know.
All right. So I'm going to go ahead and put a second entry in for myself. And I'm going to go with, here's a little bit of an obscure one. And maybe a little bit non-kid directed, non-kid oriented. Honey Bunches of Oats.
Okay. You catch me on a bad day, so I'll destroy an entire box of that.
It's dangerous, man.
It's so good.
Yeah. Yep. So yeah, Camping Cigar knows all about Crispix. Yeah, you can make a very good Chex Mix out of Crispix. Man,
That's
I
right.
love Chex Mix.
Oh yeah.
Not a good cereal, but it's a really good snack mix.
Oh yeah. Now they're making like, oh, how can I forget Reese's Puffs?
Reese's Puffs. I'm just going to go ahead and put it in. Reese's Puffs. All right, I'm going to go ahead and give Camping Cigar a fourth entry. And he says Count Chocula. There you go.
Hey. It's good stuff.
Count Chocula. Very good. All right, we still need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more entries at this point. I've already got 1, 2 in. I'll go ahead and put a third one in here. It's a good question.
Show your age a little bit. What do you?
Oh, okay. All right, I'll do that. Turning 40 soon, so yeah, I will show my age here. I'm gonna do Cracklin' Oat Bran.
Oh,
Cracklin' Oat Bran for the win.
just the most. Hey, do you want to clear your bowels out in an hour?
Yeah, it'll work. You'll have an extra spring in your step.
It's an extra something somewhere.
All right, Ricardo, are you still out there, man? If you're out there, I haven't heard any cereals come from you. I want some. Come on. Let's put some cereal names up there. I honestly cannot remember the last time I actually had a bowl of cereal. I'm not sure. I think it was probably 2023 was the last time I had a bowl of cereal.
I remember. I don't want to say to the day, but I don't eat cereal anymore. I try to stay away from carbs, bread, all that junk.
Especially in the morning.
But dude, my cheat days are legendary. I'll pound 6,000 calories without thinking about it.
All right, Ricardo's got 3. All right, here you go, like a boss. All right, he's going
There you
with
go.
Raisin Bran, solid.
Yeah.
Raisin Bran is solid.
The double scoop.
Oh, he's going with
just a marketing ploy, but still.
Kix. I remember Kix. And then Total. All right. There we go.
Whoa! Grandma's cereal.
All right, we still need 2 more. 2 more. Come on. All right. I'm going to give Ricardo and Camping Cigar 1 more selection each to make it sporting. All right, Camping Cigar says Cookie Crisp.
Yikes. Nice. That's real good cereal.
Cookie Crisp. Remember that one. And just need 1 more from Ricardo. Come on, man. 1 more. And we got a bracket, and then we can start. If you're out there, Ricardo, give me 1 more cereal, and we can start. Give you a 4th entry, and then we can have a real challenging bracket here. Corn Pops. All right, he's got it.
Hey! Okay. Real good cereal.
Corn Pops. All right, so let us start with the first matchup. I put these in the bracket as randomly as possible without having a randomizer machine at my disposal. First matchup is Honey Nut Cheerios versus French Toast Crunch. Please type your vote in the live chat. Which do you think is going to be the best cereal? Honey Nut Cheerios or French Toast Crunch?
I had to put it in, man. It was a...
Hey, it's a selection.
It's what...
It's a cereal.
Hey, it's a something, pal. Good job.
It was a cereal. It no longer exists. Do you think there's a crazy collector out there that collects like vintage cereals?
150%.
Yeah. All right, so
there's people that still collect Beanie Babies, dude. Like
yeah, but they're not edible.
It's very true.
All right, so we got 1 vote for French Toast. So far, they're in the lead.
You're welcome.
All right, guys, everybody who's watching right now, the very few of you who are watching, let me know which should advance: French Toast Crunch or Honey Nut Cheerios. Ricardo says Cheerios.
That is a good
Cigar
staple
says
in
French
the house,
Toast. I'm gonna say Honey Nut Cheerios myself.
Yeah, my 1-year-old will devour those.
Yeah. So I'm waiting. Are you voting against yourself, Adam?
Hey, look, it's the longevity of the cereal. Man.
It's the staying power.
That's right. It's the staying power of said cereals. So,
all right.
Which
all
was
right. Honey Nut Cheerios advances.
There you go.
All right. Very good. All right. Next matchup is Cracklin' Oat Bran versus Count Chocula. I mean, I feel like we all know how this is going to go. I'm not sure anybody's actually even heard of the selection that I put in there, but, you know. Put your votes in the live chat, guys. Cracklin' Oat Bran versus Count Chocula. I will abstain unless there's a tie, in which case I will, of course, vote.
I'll break it.
I'll break the tie. I'll take care of that problem.
Yeah. This is a very good cigar.
Count Chocula's got 1 vote. Yeah, we got 2 for Count Chocula. All right, Count Chocula is advancing. Chocula is advancing. All right, here's a good matchup right here. Oreo O's versus Cookie Crisp. Oreo O's
so difficult
versus Cookie Crisp.
Both cookies, Both need to sit in the milk for a while.
This is, I feel like, going to be a tight one. It's a bit of toss-up, I think. Be really funny if, wow, we do have a tie. Oreo has one and Crisp has the other. So, Adam, what you gonna do, bro?
I don't know what that face was. I gotta go. What's been around longer than what's held the test of time? It's Cookie Crisp.
It's Cookie Crisp. Cookie Crisp advances. All right. Next matchup is Honey Bunches of Oats versus Total. Honey Bunches of Oats versus Total. Which advances? Waiting on the gallery to submit their votes first before we put our... There we go. Ricardo gets it. Ricardo remembers the Saturday morning.
Good. That's right.
Oh, check it out. Honey Bunches of Oats advances. How about that? Sweet. All right. Next matchup is Kix, spelled Kix, versus Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, that's a blowout. Sorry, bud.
I'm not sure which way you're leaning on this one, honestly. We got one for Fruity Pebbles. Waiting to see what the rest of the people say. Come on, everybody. Put your votes in. One for Fruity. What are you going to say, Adam?
Fruity, 100%.
Fruity? All right, Fruity Pebbles advances.
100%.
All right.
But only if you eat it within the first 20 minutes.
There's the caveat there.
Otherwise, it's just soggy nonsense.
Next matchup is Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Raisin Bran. Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Raisin Bran.
It's a toss-up. It's not.
Cardo is voicing.
Yes.
Oh, we got a tie. We got a tie.
All right, Herrera, call me. We got to have a conversation.
To be fair, it was his entry.
It's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. All right, plead your case.
We're going to need a tie break here, Adam.
Herrera's not going to like me.
Oh, shots fired. Hold on. There, he's
fake toast. It's cereal, dude. It's all fake.
It's a valid point. And none of this is. If you're looking for authenticity, breakfast cereal is like the last place you should be going.
This breakfast cereal is not. Breakfast cereal does not authenticity make.
Breakfast cereal is predicated on as fake as you possibly can get it.
100%. They were like, hey, there's oatmeal. How can we make this crunchier and more tasty? That's it.
Yeah, I suppose so. So I'm assuming you are casting your vote for Raisin Bran then, right?
Huh? No.
All right, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
It's stuck to the roof of my mouth. That's part of the fun.
All right, here's another interesting matchup. No, man, he's on a roll right now, man. He's going hard.
Waxy toast. Well.
All right, next matchup. This is an interesting one. This is going to be a little bit tough, I think. Reese's Puffs versus Peanut Butter Crunch.
Ooh.
Aren't they the same thing? I mean, they're the same thing. It's just a different brand.
Reese's Puffs has more chocolate.
Okay, that's true. I forgot that is effectively.
Again, you're talking to a former fat guy.
Yes, we have our resident RFP here. Recovering fat person. All right, so we need the votes for Peanut Butter Crunch versus Reese's Puffs.
That's really difficult, though.
I mean, I know what I would say. And not just because.
It's like one of those questions like, what's your favorite movie? It's like, it depends on the day.
It looks like Reese's Puffs is going.
I think I might have to agree.
All right, Reese's is going. All right, last matchup in the first round is Frosted Shredded Wheat versus Corn Pops.
Frosted Shredded Wheat versus Corn Pops. I gotta go with the shredded. I know it's not up to me, but
wow, we got 2 for Corn Pops already. All right, it's gonna be Corn Pops, man.
Guess I was wrong.
Corn Pops advances.
It's
all right,
okay.
we got a new setup of matchups. We are now in the Elite 8, as they say.
As they profess.
All right, first matchup is Count Chocula versus Honey Nut Cheerios. Count Chocula versus Honey Nut Cheerios. What's it going to be?
Again, it's got to be that standard test of time cereal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And supposedly better for your heart. So.
Well, that's complete nonsense. But
it's all nonsense. But still.
All right, we do have a tie here, so we're going to have to cast the tiebreaker here.
You want to do it or me?
I'll do it this time. I'll say Honey Nut Cheerios.
There it is. I was going to say that anyway, so we're good.
All right, next matchup is Honey Bunches of Oats versus Cookie Crisp. So these are both our picks here. No, it's not. No, it's not true. That's not true. Cookie Crisp is not one of ours.
I think I've got my pick, and the younger me would hate me, but you know.
All right, well, we got 2 for Honey Bunches of Oats, so that advances. All right, next matchup, Cinnamon Toast Crunch versus Fruity Pebbles.
Oh, no.
2 very, very different cereals.
It's very different. Very real.
They're both so full of sugar, but they're both very different. One supposedly got fruit in them. They put the fruit in the pebbles. I don't know how they put the fruit in the pebbles, but that's what they're doing. They're putting fruit in the pebbles. I don't know if you know about fruit and pebbles, but they sometimes put fruit in the pebbles.
All right, so we got Fruity Pebbles advances. All right, that was easy.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch got kicked.
It got kicked. Sorry, bro.
Wow.
All right, last matchup in this round: Corn Pops versus Reese's Puffs.
Oh, Reese's Puffs.
We'll see what the gallery says here.
We'll see.
We shall see.
I can't wait till you actually come to the studio for an interview. I went to commercial, came back to drama.
They're always doing this. I start saying things that they don't want to hear, so they cut to commercial. They always cut to the commercial. This is so typical of the media. I say things that they don't want to hear, and so what do? They cut. Oh my goodness, he's saying things we don't want to. Cut to the commercial. Cut to the commercial.
All right, we have a tie versus Pops and Reese's, so that's up to you, man.
Reese's.
Ooh, okay.
Sorry. Gotta get that chocolate peanut butter.
All right, we are down to the final 4. All right, first matchup is Honey Bunches of Oats versus Honey Nut Cheerios.
Oh,
They're putting so much honey in things. I don't understand why they're putting honey in everything. I just put Diet Coke in everything. It takes it. Everything is elevated when you put honey.
I have a button that makes Diet Coke come to my office without even saying anything.
That's good. I like that one.
Sorry, I didn't mean to beat you to the punch.
No, that was good. I was nowhere close to.
I was nowhere close to the button. They say I have a shaky hand and that I shouldn't be near the button, but the button's there. It's there. It's always there.
It wasn't there during the Biden administration, but it is back now. See, I shouldn't do a Trump impersonation. Call me if you need a Joker impression. I'm good with that.
We have another tie.
No kidding.
Yep. Gallery is split.
I believe it's your turn, my friend.
Is it? Well, okay. All right, this is going to be very counterproductive for me, but I'm going to say Honey Nut Cheerios, even though it goes against my pick. All right, last matchup in the Final Four is Reese's Puffs versus Fruity Pebbles.
Whoa.
It's a toughie.
You got to think about longevity in milk. You got to think about overall flavors because they're a bunch of different colors, but they taste the same.
We got one for Pebbles. What does camping... Oh, Pebbles advances.
Oh, look at that.
All right, here we go. Last matchup. That's funny. All right, last matchup is Fruity Pebbles versus Honey Nut Cheerios. It's the last one. This one takes it. This one takes it. I know where my vote's
going, but...
We got one for Pebbles. One for Cheerios. Ooh. That means it's your tiebreak there, Adam. It's an agonizing decision, apparently.
I didn't think this evening would be this difficult.
I didn't know that this was going to be the last matchup of the evening. I didn't think it was going to be.
I mean, hand over fist. Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios.
No.
There it goes. Honey Nut Cheerios is the winner, which means Camping Cigar, you have won the Sweet 16. Congratulations, sir.
Way to go, big dog.
Although I'm looking at it, both of those entries were both his, so he was going to win no matter what. A bit anticlimactic, but hey,
Hey, that's how we work it here.
Well, this makes my job a little bit easier. I can just put his Sweet 16 prize in with his regular prize. So
there you go.
Fantastic. So you come away with 7 cigars, even though you finished in third. Yeah, that's
the way to do it.
Not too bad.
All right. Just keep pushing through,
That's right. Very cool. Well, that concludes the Sweet 16. Congratulations to Camping Cigar. You have won third place, and you also have won the Sweet 16, so you'll be getting a total of 7 cigars. Be looking for those in your mailbox in the near future. I just need to get your mailing address, so email me with your mailing address, and I'll make sure they get out to you. And Adam, the next time I see you, I'll make sure I bring you a nice consolation gift for co-hosting. I would have done it anyway, but now I can say, oh yeah, the co-hosts get gifts too. So
I appreciate that very much.
All right. Well, a big thank you to everybody for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed the live stream, and I'll hopefully do another one before too long. I don't know how much opportunity I have. I know my February is definitely not going to work, and I don't think March or April are really going to work. So maybe we can shoot for sometime in June to do another trivia night. That'd be fun. Do another June trivia night. I won't be in the tent after that, and I won't have to worry about running out of fuel in my heater at that point either.
Thank you very much, Camping. I appreciate that.
And thank you, Ricardo, for tuning in. I really appreciate you participating. It was a lot of fun. Always great to have you on the live stream. Adam, thank you one more time. Have everybody has a great weekend. See you on the next one. Smoke a good one, guys.
Cheers.